Hey, Viking fans, it's the morning after the first ever inaugural season of the SKOL Live Battlefield Draft. I am your people's champion. I drafted your people's team. The team is SKOL World. Let's check it out next in 3, 2, 1. Alright, SKOL brothers and sisters. This is SKOL World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at SKOL World. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Especially leave a comment because I want to hear what you think about my fantasy team, which is your fantasy team, because I drafted it for you. You can follow me throughout the season on the SKOL Live Battlefield Fantasy League. I'm going to leave the link in the description below. We'll do weekly updates on how the league is going. Be there next year when we do it again for the second time. But we had the SKOL Live Battlefield Fantasy Draft last night, and it was awesome for us because we made out good. And you can tell me below what you thought, how my team is. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Let's get started. It's an ESPN league. Let me tell you a little bit about it. We got a flex position, which is offensive position, so you can play a second quarterback. We wanted to do that because it is more fun. It's more high scoring. You got instead of you having good quarterbacks dead on the waiver wire, you're actually playing them. It gets pretty scarce when you have a 12-team league. So we have one starting quarterback, we have 2 starting running backs, 3 starting receivers, so it's very deep. You start getting pretty shallow. You have an offensive position where you can play any offensive position. You got a starting tight end. We got 7 bench players, kicker, and a defense. And 6 touchdowns no matter how you score them. And it's a half-point PPR. Hopefully that gave you how this draft was. Most drafts have 2 quarterbacks. You see quarterbacks go pretty early, so it starts getting pretty scarce. That did not happen in this draft. The run on quarterbacks didn't start happening until late 5th, 6th round. So let's get started. I'm pretty pleased. You're going to be amazed by some of the picks that I got. Let's get started. All right, first pick of the draft. JJ himself said this guy is the number 1 receiver in the league, and I picked 10th overall. And your people's champion, SKOL World, picked Davante Adams. He's now a Raider, so I can pick him and be fine about it, right? He's not a Packer anymore. I had him ranked as the number 1 receiver in previous videos that I've done. I now think JJ is, but JJ wasn't there. He went 5th overall. He almost went 3rd, but the guy actually accidentally auto-drafted and did not take the guy he wanted. JJ ended up falling to 5th. But Davante Adams, now it's a half-point PBR league, right? So you do get a lot more for receptions. So I'm feeling pretty good about Davante Adams as my number 1 pick. Number 2 overall, I mock draft, and this guy always fell to me at number 2, and that's Stefon Diggs is my number 2 receiver. So right now, I have 2 top 10 receivers on my team. Two top 10 receivers. All right, so I'm like, I'm going to be hurt in the 3rd round, right? Goes all the way back. 3rd round, basically the 34th overall pick. The 34th overall pick. 3rd round, picking 10th. Nick Chubb fell to me in the 3rd round, who I ranked as the number 1 running back in the league. So not only do I get the number 1 receiver I said was the number 1 receiver in the league before, I also said Nick Chubb was the number 1 running back in the league. I got both of them. 3rd round. I am shocked that I didn't I thought he was already gone, so I probably would have picked him in the second with my second pick. But no, he was still available to me at my third. So I literally screwed up not drafting him with my second overall pick. Ended up getting him in my third overall pick. It's amazing. The People's Champion, SKOL World, Nick Chubb, number 1 running back. Be pretty happy about it. I decided not to go running back again and decided to get pretty deep at wide receiver. And you guessed it, DK Metcalf was still there with my 4th overall pick on the way back. DK Metcalf is my 3rd receiver in a 3-receiver league. So now I talked about getting quarterbacks because it's 6 points per touchdown. Guy that throws a lot of touchdowns, going to score a lot of points. And if you got a good quarterback in your flex too, you're going to have an advantage over someone who has to start a running back that week or a receiver that week. You got a guy that's probably going to score you 20, 30 points in your flex position. That is a big advantage. So I'm like, there's still quarterbacks on this board. I'm liking my situation. Let me make sure I get one of them. Tom Brady, still there. He was probably the 4th or 5th quarterback taken. I thought he should have been MVP last year. So not only did I get the number 1 running back, the number 1 receiver I said in videos, and the guy that I said should have won MVP last year is on my fantasy team. I'm pretty happy with it. I know his offensive line, and I know he doesn't have Gronk, but what is he going to do? He threw over 5,000 yards last year. Not all of it was to Gronk. All right. And so Tom Brady is my 5th round pick. So coming back, I decided I might as well nab one of these other top 10 quarterbacks in this 2-quarterback league. So I went with Dak Prescott. So I have, I got 2 top 10 receivers. I got 2 top 10 quarterbacks. I got a number 1 running back. Now, what was that? I'm looking at, none of these running backs that are left are worth this high a pick. All this, basically all the number 1 guys are gone. But Allen Lazard, number 1 receiver, I think, for the Green Bay Packers. He is a go-get-'em 50-50 ball, and he's also a red zone threat. And he's basically the number 1 option right now in Green Bay until those other guys start filling those second and third spots. I think Allen Lazard is going to have a big year, and he's my number 4 receiver. He's my backup receiver in a 3-receiver league. He's not my 3rd or 2nd receiver. He's my 4th receiver. Allen Lazard. And I'm picking coming back, so who am I going to take? I'm a running back short right now. Tony Pollard. Dual threat running back. Ezekiel Elliott misses time. He's actually better rated PFF. He's faster, better receiver. He's their all-around back. At any point, they could be splitting time, and if it's late in the game and they're having to throw the ball, who's going to be on the field? Is it going to be Ezekiel Elliott? No, it's going to be this guy. Oh, let me point that way. It's going to be that guy. All right, so I feel pretty good about Tony Pollard, and I got Dak Prescott, so I feel pretty good about that. But I don't feel that great that I'm like, who's going to be, just let's say my plan doesn't come to fruition. Who's going to be my running back beside that? Well, there wasn't a whole lot to choose from except for A.J. Dillon, who people are saying is the best running back on the Packers right now. Look at this guy's a monster. I hate taking 2 Packers, but I got Allen Lazard and then I got A.J. Dillon. I am happy to put this guy on the field. He's going to get his carries, and his starter gets hurt sometimes. So I'm thinking this guy, and he can catch too. This guy is a sneaky good all-around back, and he's a big guy to bring down. And who do you think is going to get the goal line carries in Green Bay? Pretty much thinking this guy. He's a monster. He fits the Purple Hulk theme. All right, A.J. Dillon is my third running back. Yes, I don't have a standout number 2 right now, but I could. And if they won the job outright, they could have been. I could have 2 number 1s on my team. So I feel pretty good with the backups that I chose. Yes, I felt like I needed a third quarterback to play in the flex. None of my quarterbacks have the same bye week. So in this situation, I can play a quarterback in the flex. It's always better than playing a backup, third, fourth running back, third or fourth, fifth receiver. It's better to have a quarterback. I went with this guy who usually starts out pretty good, and he'll take me through those bye weeks. I think his bye week is, I'm looking at it here, is in the 10th week. I got Brady's 5th week, Prescott's 6th. So he gets me through those bye weeks. Then I got that playoff run. Carson Wentz, third string quarterback in my 2 quarterback league. Tyler Boyd is my 5th receiver. Not my 3rd, not my 4th, my 5th receiver. And he's happy about it. He's happy about it. Even this guy's saying, let's go. He's going, let's go. Let's go. I got Tyler Boyd as my 5th receiver. All right. Now I needed, let's see here. I needed a tight end. I don't have a tight end yet. So, unfortunately, my co-host drafted 3 tight ends. 3 tight ends. I wanted to draft Irv Smith Jr. He drafts him before it gets to me, and so I settle for Noah Fant. So that's not bad. I got Noah Fant as my tight end. He's in Seattle now. You're not sure who's going to be the quarterback, but for a struggling quarterback, who's a good target to have? And that's your tight end. Now, there's plenty of tight ends that could come out of hiding somewhere and end up being pretty good, being spot plays or weekly streaming. I'm not too worried about most of my points will be coming from my tight end, considering the rest of the team I got. I usually drafted tight end pretty late. I did in the 12th round. Hey, it's not a bad pick. He can be a top 10 tight end, and I feel pretty good about it. Now, let's look at the rest of my team. I ended up taking, with a 13 overall pick, Kenneth Gainwell, all-around back for a Philly. Someone gets hurt, he might take up more carries, but he's an all-around back, gets some catches. It is a PPR league, so I'm feeling pretty good. I got, a little bit more depth there. That's my 4th running back. Isaiah Spiller for the Los Angeles Chargers. Feeling pretty good that he could maybe find a role there. And Julio Jones was taken in the 15th round. How far have the fantasy gods fallen that Julio Jones has taken the 15th round? And I'm not sure he would have got drafted if I didn't take him. But he's playing in Tampa Bay now with Tom Brady. I'm feeling better. Feeling better about Julio Jones. And he's on my team. He's 33 years old. And still got life left in him. And I think Tom Brady can take it out of him. And I just say lightning in a bottle. Let's see. He's my 6th receiver. Julio Jones is my 6th receiver. Feeling pretty good about that. Patriots always got a good defense. Why not? They were still there. I took them. And then my kicker, LA Chargers, who like to score a lot of touchdowns, like to score a lot of points. I drafted their kicker. Awesome. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. So how my team looks is, I got Tom Brady starting, Nick Chubb at running back, Tony Pollard is number 2 running back, Devontae Adams number 1 receiver, Diggs number 2, DK Metcalf number 3, Noah Fant tight end. Wouldn't mind that not being the situation with a wide receiver tight end combo, but I got more. Dak Prescott as my offensive position player. Patriots D, Dustin Hopkins. Then my backups, Alan Lazard, A.J. Dillon, Carson Wentz, Tyler Boyd, Kenneth Gainwell, Isaiah Spiller, Julio Jones. Tell me what you think below. Tell me how I did. I'm loving it, man. I'll put the link to the... I got it as a public viewable league. I'll put the link in the bio. You can archive it. Put it as a... put it as a saved link. And you follow along. You can follow along with our league. And tell me what you think, man. I'll do some updates. I think our live SKOL report will do like a 5-minute segment on how the games went that week. I'm going to try to input some fantasy news and stuff, like who I think is good to start this week, who to find on the waiver wire. I'm getting pretty excited now that I drafted this team. SKOL Vikings, come watch SKOL World, the Purple Hulk, the People's Champion. We're going to do it for you. We're going to win that championship. SKOL Vikings. See you next time. Cue the music. Thank you, Viking fans, for listening. Make sure you catch my other episodes. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. SKOL Vikes.